Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. I am here with your energy check-in. So what we're going to do is we're looking at the energies of masculine and feminine. We're going to look at their most significant energy towards each other. We're going to look at their head, heart, and environment. And then we're going to get some advice from Spirit on what they want you to know about your connection, okay, with your counterpart. So let's go ahead and get started with the bottom of the deck for the most significant energy. We have inner voice. This is the High Priestess card. So their most significant energy towards each other, the bottom of the deck, it has to do with them using their intuition. It's about them listening to their inner voice to come into alignment. It is this voice about it's time. It's time to come back into alignment. It's time to cleanse. It's time to heal. It's time to come into maturity. It's time to come into your inner soul wisdom. So they're spending a lot of time right now within, listening to their own voice, listening to the guidance of their own spirit guides, their own angels, what's coming up in their dreams, and there is an awareness that is being created. Divine Feminine's most significant overall energy towards masculine is intensity. Okay, this card is the Knight of Wands. It's the Knight of Wands card. You guys know how I feel about the Knight of Wands. It's that player card. It's that energy of in and out energy. And so what I do feel like is when she taps into his player energy, there is this intensity that potentially comes over her. But as she is listening to her inner voice, as she is cleansing herself, as she's coming in to the energy of intuition and inner knowingness and into her wisdom, she's completing this energy. She's no longer feeling an intensity about him being a player. That's his problem. It's his journey. That's something he needs to complete. It is not for her to be drinking that poison. It is not for her to continue to intensify and get aggravated over those behaviors. So her most significant energy is that she's just done with the intensity. She's done with the player energy, and she knows, courthouse, there will be some judgment about this. This is karma. It's the energy of he will be judged by it. She doesn't need to be his judge and jury, okay? I also feel like this is a potential energy for some of you that she feels that he is done with the player energy. For Divine Masculine, his most significant energy towards his feminine is beyond illusion. This is the Judgment card. So he's in this energy. Do you see how that third eye is open? He's really listening to his intuition. He's using his judgment. He is rising up to his calling to come into alignment around his relationships, around his connection, around his union. He is really being called to change the way that he sees relationships, change the way that he participates in relationships, and look beyond the veil, look beyond the illusions that his ego or his pride have created. So this is masculine rising up, which is very interesting to me, by the way. I'm just noticing this. This is number 20, number 21. So, you know, he's very close to the completion of this cycle. Okay, so maybe she is picking up the fact that he may be changing, but that's only because she is releasing that energy. She's going to hold on to the energy. He's a player, he's a player, he's a player. How is he going to release that energy, right? Let it go. You're not his judge and jury. So in his own energy towards his feminine and towards his spiritual journey, he's starting to see beyond the illusions he's created, beyond the illusions that all these other partners are better, he's better, he doesn't need feminine, blah, blah, blah. Whatever illusions he's created around relationships, he is changing those illusions. He is changing for the better. He is getting ready to change and shift and come into his alignment. So head, heart, environment, bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. They are both coming into the energy of personal power. Now, keep this lion in mind. It's going to come up later. Angel of strength, it's about personal strength, personal perseverance, coming into your personal power. So what is this about for divine feminine? She's in the energy of really trying to control her mind, control her thoughts, control her fears. She's ready to change those thoughts, end those paralyzing thoughts, end this mental conflict of being tied up in a mess. If she removes herself from this energy of intensity, he's a player, he's caught up, blah, blah, blah. If she removes herself from that, she's free. She's in her personal power. So she's really in this energy of coming into her personal strength, being done. She's done being helpless and hopeless. She's done being stuck in her own head in this tangled situation. She's done with that energy, and she's now ready to step into her power. She's ready to get out of the stalemate. She just doesn't want to be a part of the mess. Okay, so now what is this angel of strength about for divine masculine? Well, for him, let's get this card back up. For him, it's the energy of the heart chakra. He's really strengthening his heartstrings. He's coming into his personal power as related to his feelings, about himself and his connection with feminine. Remember, in his overall energy, he's seeing beyond illusions. He's using his intuition. He's seeking the guidance of his spirit guides and angels to change. And so in his bottom of the deck, he's in this energy of strengthening his heart. Look at this, Empress, towards his feminine. He's in this energy of healing and being patient to come back in to union. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So in his bottom of the deck, for his head, heart, and environment, he's coming into his personal power. Remember that lion. Remember that lion, because it's going to come up later. That's that card of Leo. But it's also the card, the strength card in the tarot, which is the number 8 card. So maybe August could be something significant, maybe the sign of Leo, but definitely the lion for me is telling me the divine masculine is coming into his personal heart power. He is really not afraid to be vulnerable, not afraid to love, not afraid to give his heart to his feminine. He is coming into his healing, and he is being patient. He's not going to rush back in. He is being patient. He's trying to bring in harmony, and he's trying to alchemize this union with feminine. By the way, if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. If you want a reading, I can get you in next week. But again, it's like first come, first serve. So it kind of just depends how many people book after they hear that. I'll try to get you in as soon as possible. And for those who book quickly, I can get you in next week. So here in Divine Feminine's most significant thought, she's in her heart space. Guess who else is in the heart space? Masculine. So as she embraces her heart space, her emotions, and her compassion, she's in her mastery in her mind. She has taken the time to just breathe, to relax, to retreat, and to fill her own cup. Okay, she's in this energy of this, healing, this third party energy, and any sort of seduction or any sort of attachment that maybe she had to wanting to know about third party situations, or that masculine's in a third party situation. I just feel like she's got a lot more compassion, a lot more love, because she's focusing on herself, and in focusing on herself and filling her own cup, she's no longer attracted to just find out or look into what is going on with third party situations. Now, what's masculine's headspace? What's his most significant thought? Magician in the mirror. He's in this energy of mastery, alchemizing. He's in the energy of blending his own inner feminine and masculine energies. So he's coming into mastery. And this is because he's going back and he's reviewing, he's evaluating love. He's evaluating the connection with divine feminine, and now he's making a plan. He's making a plan to make an offer to take this connection to the distance. Okay, meaning like go the distance. Okay, so it's like finally get this connection on track. That's what he's thinking. What is he feeling? What is she feeling, rather? What is her most significant feeling towards masculine? Action. Hey, I'm breathing here. I'm loving myself. I'm releasing you and your third party situation. And this energy of, you got to take action, masculine. And here's the Two of Wands. If you want this to evolve, if you want this path to open up for us, you have to take action. But in this energy, in her heart space, she's like, I'm not going to evolve or expand into deceptive energies. I'm not going to be fooled anymore because I'm very much trusting my intuition now, and I am perfectly happy traveling my own path by myself as this white wolf. I don't need to be a part of this connection. I'm releasing this. I am filling my own cup. And yes, if you want to be together and expand our connection, Two of Wands, we saw that Two of Wands here, you've got to take action, because she's no longer going to strategize. She's no longer going to make a plan about how to connect with masculine anymore. She doesn't want to be deceived. She doesn't want to be self-sabotaging. And she's in this energy where she's perfectly fine on her own path. Okay. I just want to quickly just double check that spread your wings is the Two of Wands. So hold on a second. Where is that? God, I hate it when they do this. Four of Wands. Yeah, Two of Wands. Yep, expansion. Okay, decision. Right. Two of Wands. They both have the Two of Wands. So he's like making a plan, right, to make an offer, and she's in the energy of like, hey, you got to take action around this plan to make an offer, but don't come at me sideways. Don't come at me with any kind of deception, because my intuition that I'm listening to all the time now, I'm going to sniff it out like the white wolf. Okay, so now what is divine masculine's most significant feeling when he feels for feminine? He's been healing. He's been focused on his own healing. He's been focusing on his own happiness, his own 10 of cups, not 10 of cups in feminine, not 10 of cups with somebody else. In his heart, he is focusing on his own personal healing, and his own personal healing has allowed him to see the truth in relationships, the truth that he wants to move forward with feminine. And the truth is that he is victorious in his healing. Okay, he has been healing his own mental entrapment. He has been healing his own toxicity and his own binding to his old consciousness, the way that he was programmed before, the things that he used to do before, the way that he used to engage in connections, the way that he used to treat people, the way that he didn't believe in himself and he felt restricted. Those are the things that he's been healing. He's been healing his toxicity, his addictions, his entrapment, his immediate gratification. He has been healing successfully his own mental entrapment, his own self-entrapment in toxicity. I love that. Now, what's happening in the environment for divine feminine as related to masculine? By the way, if you want to learn how to read tarot like me, with multiple tarot decks, with tarot and oracle decks, if you want to learn how to tell the story with multiple decks, and if you want to truly understand how to read tarot in the upright and in the reverse position for love, career, and finance, then join my masterclass. It is all self-paced. 10 videos that I will send to you that you can watch at your leisure and learn how to read tarot. I teach you how to shuffle. I teach you how to open and close portals so that you can read for yourself and others in a safe environment. I go through the entire story of tarot so that you can understand the Fool card all the way to the Hermit, all the way to Judgment, all the way to the World card, so you can understand the Fool's journey. And then I break it down by major arcana, by pentacles, wands, swords, and cups, so that you can understand each and every suit. The last video that I do, I shuffle live, I do a reading, I show you different spreads, so we put it all together at the very end. That class is on sale now on my website. It's called Masterclass, How to Read Tarot Like a Priestess, and it is available at queenoflight1111.com. On sale now. It's at a sale price now. So if you want to learn how to read it, read tarot, do it now. Her environment, world card. There's an energy of expansion, but there's an energy of conclusions. She is done with the third party energies. She is done with that. She knows that in her environment, she's got to close this out because her wishes are being restricted and they are burdens when she focuses on outside energies. So in her environment, as related to masculine, she's like, I got to take my lens off of that. If I take my lens off of that, what are my burdens? I don't have any other burdens if I stop looking or trying to find out if he's doing other things or other people, right? So she's in this energy where like, I got to release it. And isn't it so interesting that when she's releasing it, he's releasing it. So in her environment, she has made a very conscious effort to close out this third party energy for herself because she understands that her wishes become restricted and she is very, very burdened when she focuses on that energy. And masculine needs to do that too. And so in her environment, not only is she closing it up, but she's saying, hey, you got to end those things if you want any part of my connection with me, okay? What about divine masculine's environment? We have the door to romance. So there's this energy of opening the door back up. 7 of Swords, but he's been deceptive, right? There has been deception. He knows that feminine has opened the door to him before, or the door has been opened before in their connection, and he has been deceptive with other people, right? Bringing external influences into this connection, having other choices in connections. And he knows that things are very, very delicate now. Things are very, very fragile now because of his deception, because of external, events or people, and that it has very much affected this connection. And that is why in the environment, he sees that he's deceived himself. He has deceived his feminine when the door was opened last. And there's a lot of conflict in the connection. And there's a lot of energy around, people being fragile at this time because perhaps he has not come forward to accept responsibility or heal the connection. Okay. So he does feel that he needs to be wiser this time. He needs to wait for the right time. He needs to be in the energy of healing, to be able to, and in his mastery, to heal this very, very delicate situation. So now, what does Spirit want you to know about your connection? Okay, what's Spirit's guidance and what does Spirit want you to know? Well, bottom of the deck, Spirit wants you to know, look at Saraswati, Goddess of Learning. You're both learning. You're both in this energy of enhancing your intellectual ability. You're in this energy of really working on your memories. You're in the energy of really attaining success from the things that you are learning on your spiritual journey. So Spirit wants you to know, hey, good job, masculine and feminine. You are doing your job. You are learning and you are evolving. The next bottom of the deck is Divine Descent. Now this card comes out. This is very interesting. This is a card that comes out. Here's what it says. Whenever and wherever there is a decline of religious practice in the world and wickedness becomes predominant at that time, I descend myself in order to deliver the pious and to annihilate miscreants, as well as to reestablish the sacred law. I appear in every age. So in Hinduism, we are in the energy of Kali Yuga, not energy, era, right? We are in the era of Kali Yuga. And so Kali Yuga is that last era before the truth, like all the sacred eras begin, right? We start again. So in Kali Yuga, which is the era that we are in right now, it is the energy of war and people being defiled, disrespected, murders, all this horrible, horrible energy, right? This kind of energy. This kind of energy. See, both of them have it, but both of them understand that they are evolving from that energy. So what Spirit is saying in this card is that I am ascending. Both of you need to now rise up to your calling, rise out of illusions, rise out of this energy of dealing with your ego and your pride and feeling hurt or sabotage. Complete those energies, get rid of those energies, learn your lessons, because it's time for the twins to rise, for the divine to rise, to come into this earth, to bring in light, for the light to come in to cast out the darkness. Okay, so this divine descent card spirit is saying, hey, I am there with you. I am coming into your spirit, into your journey. I'm going to appear to bring justice to you, to bring reestablish sacred law, right? Right here. Look at this. You're not judge and jury, right? You're done with that energy. You know karma will occur. And when karma occurs, guess who wakes up? He wakes up. So there's this energy of, stop looking at the illusion, stop feeding the ego, stop, moving forward from the place of ego. That spirit, the universe, the divine is coming down into your spirit and is a part of your soul journey, and things will be better. Sacred law will be reestablished. The twins will rise. So what does Spirit want to say to Divine Feminine? What does Spirit want you to know, Divine Feminine, about your journey with Masculine? Goddess of Fortune, Lakshmi. Spirit wants you to know, look at this, you can't make it up, good and faithful marriage partner, especially a wife, career promotion or acknowledgement, increased wealth and luxuries, improved social status. Spirit wants you to know that you will be blessed with abundance. Abundance is many things, not only material wealth, not only possessions, but wealth in love, wealth in health, wealth in relationships. There's wealth in your spiritual journey, abundance of your spiritual journey. Spirit wants you to know that your partner, you have this Knight of Wands and World card. He's learning how to be a faithful, devoted partner, just as you are a faithful and devoted partner. Spirit wants you to know that. Spirit also wants you to know, here's that lion, protection. This is the card of nursing. Nursing is a, like another form of Vishnu, okay? In Hinduism, there's a trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. So Vishnu, one of his forms is nursing. Nursing, the lion, came onto this earth to protect this child who was a devotee of Vishnu. And the interesting thing about this story is that this is Bhakt Prahalad, okay? And so when he would just pray and pray and pray, he was such a huge devotee of Vishnu. And his dad was not. His dad was not a devotee at all. His dad was part of the shadows, the darker energy, and did not want his son to pray or to be connected to source or the divine at all. So the father tried to have his son killed. And obviously the Lord's the devotees of the Lord, the devotees of the divine are constantly protected. So this man, this father, had the boon that he couldn't die by an animal or by the hands of a man. So Vishnu took the form of Narsingh, half lion, half man, and he conquered the father and saved the son. So God wants you to know, divine wants you to know, spirit wants you to know that you are protected. It says, for those who worship me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have, both materially and spiritually. So if you're lacking the courage, if you're lacking the healing, if you're, in an energy where there's like, I can't make it anymore, I just feel burdened, God is there. God is saying to you, feminine, you are protected. I am there. What you lack, I will carry, I will bring in, I will protect you. And the things that you're doing so great at, which is your healing and loving yourself and compassion and your own personal power, I will preserve that. So Spirit wants you to know you're doing a great job learning feminine, and that I am here with you on this journey. I am protecting you, and you will be abundant. You will have a devoted companion. You will be successful, not in 3D, but in the 5D. You will have success materially, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. But I will protect you every step of the way. What does the divine want the divine masculine to know about his journey? Jagannath, Lord of the universe. This is Vishnu. Oh my God, did we not talk about Vishnu here? Vishnu is also the husband of Lakshmi. Okay, so this says worldly power, devotion to Krishna, freedom from the cycle of birth and death, perfection of the arts in the service of God. So this is really telling me that Spirit is saying to you, I am here with you too. You are being devoted. You are changing. You are seeing beyond illusions. You are in this energy where we're breaking you out of the cycle, the karmic patterns. We're getting you out of the cycle of death and rebirth. It's this energy of doing the same toxic crap over and over again. That's what we have in his heart space, right? And guess what? In his heart now is his feminine. He is healing his heart to be in union with his feminine. In his heart, we see victory of his personal healing and happiness. He is getting rid of this toxicity and this programming that he has brought from many, many lifetimes. So Spirit wants you to know that we are breaking you out. We are helping you break out of those toxic cycles and karmic patterns. The next card, Spark of Splendor. This says, know that all beautiful, glorious, and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Well, this is Vishnu right here, standing on top of Sheshnag, which is where he rests. So again, Vishnu and Lakshmi. Vishnu's form of nursing. And trust me, there's all kinds of other gods in here. But these two are very, very much a part of the message today. Now, what I'm really getting from this Spark of Splendor is that if the masculine has been feeling like a POS, right? Like, I've deceived her. I, ruined this connection. I brought in all of this external energy. I've been stuck in toxicity. I'm thinking about our past. And I want to change. I want to come in. If he's really getting really down on himself about the things that he's done, if there's guilt and there's shame and there's burden, Spirit wants masculine to know that you're not a piece of crap. I don't know how else to say it. You're not. Anything that is from God is splendor. It is beautiful. You guys see that? You are, I don't know why this went fuzzy. Let's give it a minute. I'm so sorry about that. But just keep listening. There's this energy of where the divine wants masculine to know that you are not a lowlife. You are not a bad person. You are in the energy that you are a spark of me. You are part of me. So when you are part of divine, God, that's really bugging me, sorry. When you are part of the divine, how can you be bad? You're a part of the divine. You're learning your lessons. The divine is here with you on this journey. The divine is saying you are doing a great job learning. I don't know how to make this thing go away. I'm so sorry, guys. I just feel like there's this energy. Let me pull another card here and see if this works. Well, I don't want it to get in the way of my channeling. So, the Spirit is saying, don't get down on yourself. Don't self-sabotage anymore. I am a part of your journey. I am a part of your story. Anyone that is of me is divine. I am in you. You are in me. And so you are part of my spark. So that's what Spirit is saying to masculine is you are part of him. He is part of you. Okay? You are part of the divine. The divine is part of you. You are a spark of his splendor. So again, if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or a healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. So sorry about the fuzziness. I hope just listen to the messages, but sending you all so much love, so much light. Book your services. And if you want to book a reading or a coaching session or a healing session, I can get you in next week. Have a great day. Bye.